Hey guys, alright, I just wanted to show you a quick tutorial on how to trace an image from Google. Remember that you're not allowed to sell things like this, but obviously we all have a cute kid or niece or nephew or a grandchild that needs a shirt with a Disney character on it. So let's get started. Let's try, we'll do my daughter's favorite, we'll do Daniel Tiger. And let's see. Now, if you're really lucky, you can type Daniel Tiger silhouette. But sometimes you kind of get a goofy image, but sometimes you get lucky. So let's just take a look and see. Not so much. Okay, not a big deal. So I'm going to go to the coloring page option because it's going to be in black and white. And black and white is a lot of times easier. So once I have this guy selected, I'm just going to go to Function, Print Screen, and then I'm going to open up Paint. And I'm going to do Paste, and there he is. So I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to, whoops, I don't want that. I'm going to select him, and then I'm going to cut him. That sounds terrible. I'm going to zoom back out, and you can tell I use this document often. I'm just going to paste him there. So I'm just going to make this smaller. I don't have to do all of this. I just do because, what do I say? I'm crazy. Okay, now I'm thinking that this will probably work. So I'm just going to save it. And if it's not already saved, it's just going to pop up for an option for you to save it, and it'll drop to your file for whatever you have your stuff saved. But that's good enough for me. So now I'm going to go to Silhouette. I'm going to go File, Open, and I'm going to find that image. Here he is. Okay, he's super small. So let's make my page a normal size while I'm here. And let's make him bigger. Okay. So here is Daniel Tiger. Now you're going to go up to your trace button and you're going to select trace area. And all you want to do is you just want to get little Mr. Daniel there. Okay. Now that looks good to me. Sometimes you can get lucky with high pass filter just in case I trace it. Just because I never know. And I'm just going to set him aside because I can already tell that's a whole lot of lines. I'm going to do it again. And now I'm going to turn off my high pass filter. Okay, Daniel is looking a little scary. I'm going to turn up the threshold. And if you see, I go all the way, he gets crazy blurry. So I'm going to back it down. And I'm going to zoom in too, because I really want to see these lines. That's not enough, but that looks pretty good. So I'm going to trace that. And I'm going to zoom back out. And there he is. Okay, so this is with the high pass filter turned off, and this is with the high pass filter turned on. As you can tell, there's kind of some different things picked up in the details of his face with the high pass filter. 9 times out of 10, I never use the high pass filter, but in this scenario, I kind of like it better. It looks a lot cleaner. His eyes are more precise, whereas these are kind of blurred out. So one thing that I like to do is I just kind of like to paint him and see what he looks like. That looks pretty good. So for me, everything that basically is outlined is going to get cut in vinyl. So I'm going to uncolor him real quick. And I'm going to zoom back out. I'm just going to put him to the side. Again, I'm super surprised that the high pass filter worked. I'm probably going to go grab another image and show you because I never use high pass filter. I'm just going to show the cut lines, and I want to zoom in again. Whoops, wrong way. Okay, so all of these things are going to get cut out. Now, this is a pretty good first run. I'm actually happy with this. So let me show you another one because usually they're not that easy. So I'm going to go back to Google and let's try, let's see, let's do Mickey Mouse. Since I did a layering for you guys on that one. And let's see. Again, let's try silhouette. Okay, this is going to be super easy, but we'll go with it. I'm just going to do function print screen, go back to my paint, and I'm going to do paste. I'm just going to do Control V, and I'm going to scoot this up, and then I'm going to do Control S, which is just saving. I'm just going to save it back to that document that I had Daniel Tiger on. I told you I use this paint document a lot. So here we go. Then I'm going to go File, Open. Here's Mickey Mouse. I'm going to make him bigger. Okay. And I'm just going to trace him. Select my trace area. There you go. Okay, this is a much better example of the high pass filter. If you just wanted to have that little skinny outline of his head, that would work. But we don't. We want the whole thing. So there you go. And then you can mess with your threshold here just to kind of fill in. See how the outside is getting smoother versus if I go like this, how you can see the black. We want to make it look really smooth without it being completely a mess. Okay? So that looks good to me. I'm going to trace that, and I'm just going to move this aside. Now, sometimes you get this, and that's just from my black line down here. Not a big deal. Just double click, click that point, and delete, delete, delete. Done. And there you go. Now, if you want to make this another outline, you can just go to your offset tool, and you can do an internal offset, and now you have a border. So what this would cut out on your machine is you basically would get two cuts for the price of one, if you will. So it's going to be this outside. I'll scoot in. You're going to get a perimeter cut and an inside cut. So you would get a real skinny outline, and then you'd get the full Mickey Mouse head. So see the difference here? There's a little red line here and a little red line here. Those are both going to cut. So that's a super easy graphic from Google. Again, remember, you can't sell this stuff. You can just trace it and use it for personal use. Let's go one more. Let's do a non-silhouette, because sometimes you're not so lucky. You can't always get a silhouette. And let's try somebody else. Let's do, okay, we'll do the Bengals. I'll show you guys how I did that one. Okay, so I always try and find something simple, but let's be difficult. Why not? I know I showed you guys the bee, but let's go with this guy. So I'm going to do function, print screen, open up my paint, and do function V. Oops, sorry, just kidding. Control V to paste him in there. I'm just going to move him up to the top. And then I'm going to do Control S to save it. Open up my silhouette, file, open. There he is. Let's make him bigger. Okay. Zoom in. Let's see. He looks kind of grainy, so this could be interesting, but we'll give it a shot. All right. That is a high pass filter. That is a hot mess. We're going to uncheck that, and their threshold is pretty much good. I can maybe bump it up a little bit. If I come down with my threshold, that's going to give me more cuts. So what I like to do on this guy, because he's so detailed, I'm going to kind of leave it about there. Right there. Because see how I got his hair and the details in there? And then I'm going to trace that. I'm going to move to the side. Oops. There you go. And I'm going to trace one more time. Turn off that high pass filter, and I'm going to trace that because it's really full. Okay, now that just shows you what this would look like if I chose not to drop my threshold. I'm going to fill them in real quick so you can kind of see. There you go. That looks so much better than this. Okay, so there you go. Hope that helps you guys on your tracing. You can pretty much do anything. Oh, one more thing I will show you real quick. If you do want to go in here and look at his eyes, see how those pieces are so itty bitty? You can double click on this and you can kind of drag these. If you want to make them bigger, you can add points. And they don't have to be perfect because he's not perfect. And then I'll zoom back out. And there you go. Now you can see those eyes a little bit more. I clearly need to do this one a bit more. So let me just come back in. And again, double click. Just gonna kind of go with what looks good. That'll work. And there you go. He's ready to roll. And then remember, as always, with heat transfer, you want to mirror your image. Flip them around. All right, enjoy.